A very good morning to all. My name is Stephen, roll number 10117068. The thesis topic that I have undertaken is to design a water sports academy situated in Poriyur. Kerala is known for its abundant natural resources, especially water. The state has 44 rivers, 27 backwaters, 7 lagoons, and a coastal stretch of 600 kilometers. Kerala has great potential for water sports activities in India. Tourists from all over the globe make a decline for these various adventure hubs. In spite of having all these water bodies, there are not many proper institutions to train for water related sports activities. An institution as such should be designed in order to encourage various community in skill development and employment in this field. The aim of my thesis is to design a water sports academy to promote the cause of aqua-based leisure, recreation, tourism and adventure development and its practice in manner that is enjoyable, safe, responsible and accessible to all by bringing a relation between built and unbuilt spaces. The methodology include different stages from primary data collection, which include site analysis and case studies, to design stages. Water sports activities can occur in water, on water and underwater depending on the type of sport. Water sports have equal importance as other sports in Olympics and other national games. This is the graph showing the overall performance of India in Olympics. And when we look into water sports in particular, there is not even one medal attained by India. Moving on to the site is located in Poriyur. Poriyur is an area where the river, sea and the lake meets. So all water related sports activities are possible around the site. There are already existing water sports activities such as boating, surfing, etc. around the site. The educational status of Poriyur is poor. Most of the people depend on the sea for living. Providing such an institution can train the people for water related sports activities and provide opportunities and develop the community. Moving on to the site analysis. The site is located in Poriyur, Trivandrum. Why I chose this site is because the village has a beautiful beach and a backwater which attracts tourists throughout the year. Poriyur is a rare location to find in the southern Kerala by the most tranquil backwater and opening out to the Arabian Sea and Golden Sand Beach, which can be the best location for water related sports activities to occur. The site is of 16 acres of land. Poriyur has an average rainfall of 1448 millimeters and a temperature of 26.1 degrees Celsius. Knowing the water temperature is important in case of water sports activities. The water temperature is 29.08 degrees Celsius. These are two sections showing the gradual slope of site towards the water bodies. These are images showing the drainage pattern, soil, circulation and major views from site. The site has a natural drainage pattern towards the water body. The site consists of laterite soil. Access to the site is through road. Access through water body is also possible. These are the views to site and views from site. Poriyur consists of a large variety of flora and fauna. The site consists of more than 350 coconut trees arranged in a grid pattern along the water edge. Knowing the water level is important for water sports activities. This is the map showing the high tide line and the low tide line. The site comes under CRZ Zone 3. Hence, only 50 meters setback is required from the high tide line. Coming to the case studies. The first case study that I have done is the Jellyfish Water Sports Academy. This case study is being done to understand the water sports activities that are done on a river. It is located in Cheruvannur, Kozhikode. This academy only focuses on one type of user groups, that is the tourists. Classrooms are provided in order to provide initial training classes to the tourists. And only after that, the tourists are allowed to do the water sports activities. The site consists of two types of water edges, natural and artificial. During a low tide season, The artificial waterage cannot be used, hence only the natural waterage can be used while doing water sports activities. The next case study is the Dr. Ambedkar Aquatic Complex. This case study has been done in order to understand the activities and services that occurs in an aquatic complex. The aquatic complex is located in Pirappankot, Trivandrum, 100 meters away from the National Highway 17. The complex consists of three types of pool: a swimming pool, diving pool, and a children's pool. Two major entries are provided on site, one for the athletes and the other for the spectators. Gallery space for more than 3,000 people have been provided in the complex. The complex provides training for athletes in swimming, diving, water polo, etc. The water filtration is done every 24 hours. The filtered water is stored in a balance tank, which is then led to the swimming pools. Sai Water Sports Academy. The academy is located on the banks of the Punnamada Lake in Alappuzha. The access to the site is only through the waterways. The academy has private boats to pick up the athletes. The site has a similar context to that of the site that I have chosen in Poriyur. The academy consists of athletes of different age groups. The athletes are selected based on their performance on water sports tournaments across India. The training given for these three main water sports activities, they are canoeing, kayaking and rowing. The hostel can accommodate a total of 150 athletes. The materials used are galvanized roofing sheets, brick walls, and jalis are also provided in the storage area for natural ventilation. National Institute of Water Sports. The institute is located in Panaji, Goa. It is the only institute in India covering the entire range of water sports disciplines. This case study is very much similar to that of my thesis topic. The built form is a manifestation of ever-changing energies of the surfer and the sea in a potent oscillating time lapse. It is a two-storied structure consisting of an academic block, admin block and a hostel block, all together integrated as a one single unit. The major material used in the building construction is steel. Steel has been used for facade and fenestration. The steel sunscreen filters control the daylight into the interiors. Aquatic complex at Saint Hilaire de Rez. It is located in Saint Hilaire de Rez, France. The complex consists of 4 indoor and 1 outdoor pool. The cloakroom and the technical premises are contained in the building adjoining the main hall. The roof structure expresses in 3 petals floating above the ground. The roof form is developed according to the movement of water in a wavy pattern. I have compared the various aspects of case studies that I did and has come to a conclusion of the type of user groups and the water sports activities to be done on my site. Then I have charted out the area programming by comparing the areas of my case studies with the standards and thereby arriving at the area programming of my thesis project. The design development began from the site and site context. The thought process began by providing a major entry to the site through the water body, since the access through the road is difficult. I created an access that opens up to the water body, creating a beautiful avenue across the site so that a person entering the site can view the water body and the golden sand beach, which is a tourist attractive spot. There are also access across the buildings, connecting the buildings. The form of the roof structure is inspired by the fluid motion of the water. Incorporating all the design ideas to the zoning, I have zoned based on the user groups. So I have divided the site into 2 parts, that is the tourist zone and the institutional zone, dividing it by a avenue space. I have zoned the institutional block in such a way that it is easily accessible to the tourists and the athletes that are accessing the site through the water and through the road. The aquatic complex is zoned in such a way that the tourist can easily access the gallery space of the complex and view the water-related sports activities that occur indoor. The rear side of the aquatic complex, that is facing the avenue created, I have zoned shops and cafes so that the avenue becomes more interactive space. The academic block, admin block, and the aquatic complex are connected through a courtyard space, which can act as an interactive space for the athletes. The hostel block is zoned near the residential area so that the athletes are not disturbed by the noise from the tourists. Moving on to the design. This is the major entry that I have provided through the water body. This area is a tourist attractive area known as the Golden Sand Beach. Hence, I have provided parking spaces so that the tourist coming from this area can access the site through the water body. I have also provided a waiting lounge and a small security checkup in this area. The tourist, after the security checkup, is brought to the academy by private boats and can access the site through the water body. The water entry that I have created also creates a framed view between the grid-like structures of the coconut trees of the institution. So a person from the Golden Sand Beach can see the institutional building through the framed coconut trees. A person entering from the road gets a framed view of the water body. There are mainly two entries in the site. One is to the water body and one is to the road. And there is one service entry provided inside. The amenities such as plumbing, kitchen, and the storage area are provided along the service entry so that the service becomes easy. The plumbing room is provided right adjacent to the aquatic complex so that the filtration process is easily done. A gallery space is provided on the water edge so that the tourists can view the water-related sports activities that occur on water. I have designed the water edge in such a way that it acts as a jogging track and also provided an OAT in front of the hostel adjacent to the water body. These are the views showing the avenue space, OAT, deck and the amphitheatre. These are two sections cut across the site. Section AA is the shorter section that shows the section through the water edge, showing the gallery space or the deck where the tourists can view the water sports activities that occur on water, and the institutional block. This is the courtyard that is connecting the aquatic complex and the academic block. The longer section is cut across the institutional block and the hostel block. That is section BB. Moving on to the individual block plans. First is the institutional block. The institutional blocks mainly consist of three zones, that is the admin zone, academic zone and the aquatic sports zone. All the three zones are connected through a courtyard given in the center. The entry to the institutional block is through the admin area. There is a lobby space provided right next to the entry and the office area, and a space for the director and the finance manager. A conference area is also provided in the admin area. The institution consists of short-term courses such as life saving, lifeguards, machine repairs, etc. Hence, classrooms and seminar halls and also exam halls are provided in the institutional block. A recreational area is provided in the center of the institutional block, which opens up to the courtyard, and a small cafeteria is provided so that the seating spaces is provided in the courtyard, making the courtyard interactive space. The kitchen area is facing the service road provided so that the service becomes easy and does not disturb the institutional block. The rear side of the aquatic complex consists of public zones such as cafeterias, shops, which open up to the avenue created, making the avenue more interactive. The first floor of the institutional block also consists of classrooms, staff rooms, and labs. There is also a library provided which opens up to a great view of the water edge. The gallery space of the aquatic complex can be accessed by the first floor of the institutional blocks by the athletes. There is also an open terrace area provided in the first floor so that they can have the view of the courtyard. The tourists can enter the aquatic complex through this reception area, and the athletes using the aquatic complex can enter through this reception area. The clock room and the toilets are provided right adjacent to the aquatic complex. The hostelers accessing the institutional blocks can access through this dining area. The institutional blocks consist of two major accesses within the block. One of the axes creates a frame view within the block to the water edge. These are the two sections that are cut along the institutional block. Section BB is cut along the aquatic complex and the academic block. The activities that occur on the aquatic complex can be seen by the first floor of the academic block. These are the view of the aquatic complex and the courtyard area. Section BB is cut along the aquatic complex and the library space. The roofing of the institutional block is done with the tensile structure, and transparent polycarbonated sheets are used on top of the aquatic complex, letting in natural sunlight to the aquatic complex. These are some joinery details of the steel truss and the tensile structure joining the steel truss. The hostel block is designed in such a way that there is a maximum view to the water edge and the garden space in the northeast area. The entry to the hostel block is through this area, and there's a lobby space provided, a reception area, and an office. The recreational area provided in the center of the hostel block separates the boys' hostel and the girls' hostel. There are courtyards provided between the two blocks, creating natural ventilation. The first floor and the second floor has similar plan. This is the view of the hostel block from the OAT space provided in front of the hostel block. These are two sections cutting the hostel block, section AA and BB. The hostel block the roofing is done with the help of the tensile structures. These are some joinery details. Transparent polycarbonated sheets are used on top of the courtyards provided in the hostel block, so that the natural light enters the hostel block. The special topic that I have taken is tensile structures. The unique flexible characteristics of the fabric membrane, tension membrane structures allow architects, designers, and engineers the opportunity to experiment with forms and create visually pleasing building forms. The weight of the membrane in the tensile structure is very less compared to other roofing structures. Use of tensile structure in design. I have designed the roof of the blocks in such a way that it represents the fluid of waves in motion. An undulating roof sweeps up from the ground as a wave, enclosing the pools and the block of the center with a unifying gesture of fluidity. I have also used tensile structure in the avenue spaces, creating shadows with the help of sunlight, and also the roofing of the deck area that is provided in the water edge is also done with tensile structures. The tensile structure is supported by steel trusses